In this lesson, we're going to cover a little bit of a few different things. We're going to deal with an alpha channel, which I've already made. I'll show you in another lesson. We're going to change the hue saturation of this fish. And I'm going to show you how to get the marching ants when you have an alpha channel and when you call up the adjustment or the hue saturation. A layer mask, which we haven't covered yet, or maybe we have. I'm not sure what order you're watching these in. Oops. And how the layer mask can have a shape in it. But you must have marching ants. So here's the deal. I saved it with an alpha channel. Whenever you have an alpha channel, you can always bring up the shape of the alpha channel, which that's what I'm going to do right now. Here's the alpha one. I didn't give it a special name. I probably should have. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom of the channels panel and see those little marching, it looks like little dots. They're marching ants. You just click it. Oops, I'm sorry. Command D. I have to select the alpha channel, then I click it. Now I have the outline of the fish. Black conceals, white reveals. That means any color correction we do once I call up the hue saturation will only happen on that shape, which happens to be the orange fish. I'm going to go back to the composite, which is the RGB layer. There we go. Now I'm going to go over here to the adjustments panel, which I pulled out here, and call up the adjustment layer. So nothing's happened so far because I haven't made any adjustments. So I'm going to move the hue slider. See, and as I move it down, it's almost like a color wheel that's cut open, and see, I get all different colors. So it's kind of like if you were picking out a t-shirt to go with your khaki pants, right? We have a background here. I had the opportunity to go to the Channel Islands harbor and got these sea lions lounging about. So they're my background. They're kind of the color of my pants. I don't particularly like the lightness and darkness in this particular adjustment, so I'm just going to leave it at 0. Saturation, though, we could take the saturation down. If I wanted to mess with the contrast, I could use brightness contrast, but I like levels for a basic contrast adjustment. Again, I'm going to go onto the alpha channel, click this little icon here. There are my marching ants. Go back to my composite, and I'm going to call up, I'm going to click on the levels. I'm going to move the little arrows that are under this thing called a histogram till they reach the point where they're underneath some pixels. I could also move the midtones. That's not so bad. So that's pretty good. It does matter what order these are in. If I put levels underneath hue saturation, look at how different that looks. And I don't particularly like the way that looks. So I'm going to go back up here and have my blue fish. So we've got 2 adjustment layers that are only affecting the fish because they've got a layer mask in the shape of the fish. And I had saved this file with an alpha channel because that fish was kind of a pain to separate from its background. And I will have a lesson on that. So enjoy playing with adjustment layers and layer masks.